Welcome back to another episode. I am Batney. Today's video, we are going to be talking about expression. I feel like expression has been a really important overall theme to my last year, 2021. You know, life is an art, and art is about expression. And there is no wrong or right to expressing yourself and expressing who you want to present yourself to the world as and who you want to ultimately just be. I've truly found an art to being able to express myself and not even just like, you know, get cute, dress up, but like, no, like actually like present myself how I wanted to without being afraid of what other people would think. Like, I started dressing differently. I started openly talking about more of the things that I was maybe just a little bit afraid to talk about, you know, publicly for the sake of like other people judging me or like my friends and family like thinking differently of me because they knew how I was raised and stuff. But expression truly is everything, and when you don't express yourself and allow your true self to be expressed through yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, whatever, when you don't allow yourself to be truly expressed, you are suppressing yourself. And that's not good. It's not good at all. So let's get started in this video. So it just so happened that I came across a TikTok, and I am going to insert the clip here.
Another big lesson I learned in my 20s is that if you don't express yourself, you resent yourself. And what that means is that every time you decide to not state what you like, what you don't like, what your boundaries are, just anything that pertains to who you are and what you want from the experience of your life, you begin to resent yourself for not doing that, for not standing up for yourself. And that resentment will then show in the way that you behave in relationships with other people. Resentment, I think, is one of the darkest emotions to have because it makes you just start devaluing the person that you're resenting, just not wanting to be around them, not wanting to exist in their space. And that's hard when you're the person that you're resenting. And so I think if I had known this earlier, I would have worked a lot on just expressing myself, expressing my differences, even in moments when I felt like I had to people please. And of course, this isn't easy. It's easier said than done because a lot of us deal with childhood wounds that have led us to being people pleasers to protect ourselves. But if this is something that you're struggling with and you're in your 20s, I definitely look into just working on changing your behaviors around expressing yourself and what it might mean to you when you don't express yourself.
That TikTok, she summed up my whole video. Like, I can end the video right here, but I'm not. I think a lot of our self-hate, when we don't love ourselves, I think a lot of that comes from a lack of expressing our true self. I think if we were to stay more true to who we truly are and express that openly and outwardly, I think a lot of people would be more happy with themselves in their lives. I think the root of people being unhappy with their lives is because they're not staying true to themselves and they're not being who they want to be in this world. Like I said, there is no wrong or right to expression. Expression is an art, and art is subjective, and life is subjective too. Like, what you see is not the same thing I see, even though we may be staring at the same thing. Life is all about perspective, and like she said in the video, if you don't express yourself, you resent yourself. And it's super hard to resent people in general, but it's even harder to be the one that you're resenting. It's hard because you have to live with that every day. You have to live with yourself every day. So the best thing that you can do for yourself is to stay true to your true self. Like William Shakespeare said, "To thyself be true." I think that was in Hamlet, but you have to stay true to yourself in this life because there's going to be a lot of opportunities and a lot of people who could deter you. Is that a word? There could be a lot of people in this life who are looking to steer you away from your true authentic self. You have a lot of opportunities to either stay true to yourself or to, you know, shy away from who you are and overall do yourself dirty. And if you continue on the path of not staying true to yourself and continue to do yourself dirty, you will continue on a path of being honest with yourself and the world, you will continue on a path of not being happy in this life. And my life really did start to turn around when I allowed myself to freely express myself without worrying about the outside opinions of other people. I am a triplet. I was born and raised religious. I'm not really religious anymore at all. I'm more so spiritual at this point, but a lot of my upbringing gave opportunities for me not to stay true to myself. And you know, being a triplet, and then on top of that, just having 3 sisters in general, like it's easy for your identity to be lost in that, especially growing up religious. On top of that, like there's a lot of stuff in our life that can, you know, take us away from our true authentic self, but it's important that we create a safe space within ourselves. It's important that we create a home within ourselves where we know we are welcome and accepted and loved, and we see that we are worthy of having that place. And you know, it took me a long time to realize all of this. You know, I'm only 26, going on 27 this October, but you know, it's better late than never, always. And this is definitely something I wish I realized earlier in my 20s. But I mean, you know, everything happens for a reason, and I like to believe that whatever time I'm on is perfect timing. My life did change when I created a home within myself to be able to express myself freely without passing judgment, without passing, you know, harsh critic on myself. Like when you allow yourself to just naturally flow and just to be, it really opens up the doors for the universe to really like honor that and your experience in expressing yourself in the art of actually just being you. I think a lot of my early 20s and honestly my teenage years, I spent looking for this home, somewhere that everyone would accept Brittany, you know, the good and the bad about me, the annoying things about me, you know, the not so good things about me, but also like the really good things about me and the things that I really, really love about myself. And I was searching for this home in people and experiences and places and everything besides myself. And it took me a long time to realize that everything I was searching for was already in me. I just needed to tap into it and actually, you know, build on that. And my overall hope for videos like this is to be able to inspire other people to do the work that I didn't do early. You know, like I said, everything happens for a reason, and I like to think that all of this is divine timing. But I want to share my experience with you guys to save you guys the heartache and the pain that I went through. But yeah, a lot of my younger years I spent looking for acceptance and love. I spent looking for people to tell me that I was worthy of love and worthy of being my true self, and who I was worthy enough and, you know, just deserving and just good enough. And I think a lot of the times why we don't express ourselves is out of fear. You know, because a lot of people think the opposite of love is hate, and the opposite of love is not hate. The opposite of love is fear. But I think a lot of times why we don't express ourselves freely and openly and actually show up as our true authentic self is because of fear. Fear of not being accepted, fear of not being loved for who we truly are, fear of other people seeing who we are and saying, you're not worthy of my relationship anymore. You're not worthy of me being in your life anymore. And that's not true. It's not true at all. And honestly, if I allowed myself to just be and accepted myself earlier in my life, I feel like it would have saved me a lot of heartache with friends and past lovers and just past people in general, because I would have been able to recognize like you're not accepting me for me, and you want me to change to be able to fit into your life, and I'm not going to do that. I can't do that. And I think a lot of my years I spent trying to, you know, pinpoint everything that I needed to change to be able to fit into other people's life that I wanted in my life, when in reality, they didn't deserve me in their life. And not expressing yourself and ultimately resenting yourself definitely does create a people pleaser. And it's not good to be a people pleaser because you're never staying true to yourself. And when do you create space for you to be happy? Not even that, but like when you don't express yourself and allow yourself to be, it affects the relationships in your life and how you interact with life outside of your little bubble, because like when you resent yourself, it's hard to be happy when you see someone else who loves themselves. It's hard to have friends that see their worth and love themselves when you don't. And you know, it can create jealousy and envy and just all around not a good time within yourself. And so that's why it's very important to spend time with yourself and create that home within yourself, and to actually really know, like, regardless of all these other people around me, regardless of everything around me that folds, regardless of that, I have me and I'm solid. And regardless if no one else loves and accepts me for me, I love and accept me for me. And that's very important when it comes to expressing yourself and being true to yourself. Having a place within yourself where you no longer have to search for everything that you've been looking for, because you realize that it's within you already. Realizing that expression was everything has truly been very beneficial to my self-worth and my self-love journey. Honestly, it helps to build confidence within yourself when you allow yourself to put on clothes that you think other people may have something to say about, when you allow yourself to cut your hair off or dye your hair a certain color, or just present yourself how you want to be presented. When you do that, it helps to build self-confidence and self-worth. And you say to yourself, wow, I'm proud of myself. I showed up as me, and regardless if they had something to say about it, I stayed true to me. And that means far more than anything anyone else could have ever told me. And it definitely does help your self-worth and self-confidence, and just all around seeing that you are worthy of all of the good things that have come and are continuing to come and will come your way. So I just want to encourage anyone watching this video to wear something today that you've always wanted to wear but you've been scared to wear. Do your hair a certain way that you've always wanted to try out but you were so scared of other people's opinions. Or go try something new, like go do something new. Do whatever you want to do that you've always been scared to do because of everybody besides you. Like, you have to stay true to yourself, and I can't express how important that is in this life. I can't express that enough. And I know it's easier said than done, but the more you show up as your true self, and the more you allow yourself, your true authentic self, to flow freely out of you without passing judgment, the better off you will be, and the happier you will be, the more peace you will be able to find in your life. And yeah, I just want to encourage you guys to start that journey of expression, and don't limit yourself and don't mute yourself, because when you don't allow yourself to express yourself, you take away your voice. And you matter, and you are worthy of having that space of acceptance and love and expression. So I hope this video finds someone who needs it. I hope this video finds you well, and I hope you were able to take something from this video and apply it to your everyday life and just your self-love journey in general. And I just really want you guys to understand how important this topic is when it comes to having an overall good in life, that you don't look back and resent and, you know, just feel like you missed out on stuff. So yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want more videos like this, make sure to give it a thumbs up, and make sure to be subscribed to my channel, so when I drop more videos like this, you will be notified. Peace and love always. I hope you guys are well. Bye.